Hey guys, asynchronous today, this afternoon. Make sure you follow along the directions with this and do the assignment that I have. A couple of IXLs for us to do. They're not hard, they're pretty similar to what we were doing. I did put off the IXL that dealt with simple interest that we started yesterday. Not quite ready for that yet. So we'll have some more time on that. We'll get into that in the next week. Today, going to review how to find sales, sales discount, sales tax, and tips. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. You've had that. But the one thing I'm going to have do a little bit on is if you have they give you how much you'd save, and then want to so they give you how much you save, and then I want you to be able to find out what the percent would be. And it's just a proportion. It's not super hard. Should be able to do it pretty quickly. That assignment, those IXLs, they'll be due on Monday. I know you have a lot of time to do those. I'm not trying to load you up. I think they're pretty easy. So let's give those a shot. I'm going to move over to the other side, and I'm going to get going with that. This is what it looks like where I'm teaching from. So you guys don't always see this. You don't see this version. You see the Zoom one. This is it. Super exciting. It's not super exciting, but this is kind of the setup. There's some lights and different things from here. But if we have 20% off of something of $100, so 20% off, you need to find 25% or 20% of it. Find 25% of it, and then you're going to subtract that. So that's how much your pay would be. So that would be like the total. If it asks you how much you're saving, you just take 20%, 100. You can do it two ways. You can do the 10%, 20%, and realize it's $20, or you can multiply it by 0.2, or any way that you can, because you know what percents equal. So you would set it up that way, and then if it asks you for the total that you would pay is $100 minus the 20 is $80. If it asks you how much money you get off the price, you get $20 off the price. So those ones are pretty easy. There are some that they're asking you other questions, like what is, if you save $75, so you saved $75, but the original price was $300, what percent did you save? Now, a couple ways to do this one. You could set it up as a ratio, because if you're saving 75 over 300, so you're saving $75, 300, well, the percent's going to be something over 100. So you can just take 100 divided by 300.3 times 75, and that's going to give you, it's, let's see, 25%. You can do it that way. Or just simply like, oh, what is $75 out of the 300 that you're going to save, or you're going to spend? You get $75 off out of the 300, you divide it, you get 0.25, and you change that 0.25 into a percent, move the decimal over, it's 25%. So a couple ways to do it. You could, now be careful. If it asks you what percent are you paying, totally different. You don't have 25% that you're taking off, you're actually paying 75% of it. So if you take 25% off of something, you're actually paying 75% of it. So pretty simply, you can set them up as proportions, or if it's one like that, you just set it up and then divide it out and find out. Now, the trickier ones are these, where it says 15% what you're going to save is $30. So you save $30, you know that it was 15% off. Then you'd say, what was the original price? Now that gets a little bit confusing, not too bad though. You set it up as proportions, which we had learned before. With a proportion problem, where you can use it as the interest type of problem that you can do. I would set it up like this. I know that 15% is 15 out of 100. I know that I saved $30. So the 15 matches up with the 30. The 100, then, I could do two ways. I could take 30 divided by 15, which is 2, and then multiply that by 100. Or I could just know that 15 times 2 is 30. 100 times 2 is 200, so the original price would be 200. I know I'm all over the place on this one, but that's a general idea. Let me give you another one of those. If they told me that I'm getting 30% off of a price, I don't know the price, but I know that I just spent, or I just saved $90. Set it up as a proportion. 30 over 100, because 30% means out of 100. I know that the 90 is how much I'd saved, so that matches with the 30, and then I have the x. A couple ways to do it. You divide it out, multiply it, or 30 times 3 is 90. So I take 100 times 3 is 300. I know I'm using easier numbers, but that helps out. So the original would be $300. They might throw one at you where it's a little bit different, where they're telling you that the price itself is, well, actually what you'd save. So if we had 70% off and my total cost was $280, then I can just figure it out, like what is 75% or 70% of 280? Got myself confused. I'm going to switch that to the right question. What if I paid 75%? I paid 75%. In other words, I got 25% off. Don't get tricked. Just figure out what you got paid. Now I'm going to do it this way, just so I don't get tricked in this. If I paid 75%, but I got $25 off, they don't match up, because the $25 off, when I paid 75%, that's different. So here's how you just have to switch it. It's not that bad. If I paid 75%, how much did I save? I saved 25%. 100 minus 75, 25, got it? Saved 25%. So now I have 25 out of 100 equals $25, and the price was $100. I made them easy, just because it was easier that way. Set them up as proportions. Okay, the other ones, not a big deal. 20% discount. Take 20% off of it. Tax and tip, if they throw some at you at that. If a tip's 15%, remember, change the percent to a decimal and multiply it. The only way you can do that is changing percent to a decimal, multiplying it, and then any other questions that you just have to read them carefully, you can set them up this way. This is how we had to make videos in the spring. This is how I did the teaching. I made videos like this, sent them out in the morning, and then the kids did their assignments. I checked their assignments. They emailed throughout the day if they had any questions, and turned them in once they were done. No Zoom meetings. The questions weren't instant. It was tough. It was different. And I'm glad we don't have to do it very often, but it is fun once in a while. And then you get to kind of see what it looks like more, my little studio thing. Anyway, your assignment, it'll be due next week. It's not that hard, but let's say Tuesday. I said before in the video Monday, but let's make it Tuesday. And because you might have to shovel, who knows. And it is IXLs, V1, V2, V5, and V6. So those are your assignments in IXLs. Make sure you write those down now. V1, V2, V5, and V6. You should have enough information to be able to do those things. Enjoy your long weekend. I'll miss you guys. Actually, I really will. And we come back on Monday, coming back strong, finishing up this percent stuff because we are almost done with this unit. Have a great holiday weekend, Thanksgiving. Be safe. Don't let the corona get us all. And see you there.